guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla V. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Before we start, please subscribe, thumbs up this video, all that good jazz. Okay, so today's video is going to be the first video of like kind of a series. So as the title says, this is going to be my one color series. Welcome. Okay, so you guys are probably like, what is that? Okay, so basically what I'm going to be doing is each week I'm going to pick one color, and with that color I'm going to kind of give you guys a really kind of simple but kind of fun, funky ways to kind of incorporate different colors into your look without having to, like, I guess, have a whole bunch of skill. Because some people, I hear a lot of women say they don't know how to do eyeshadow, and some people aren't really into it, and I'm not the biggest eyeshadow wearer. Like, sometimes for certain things I like to, but not all the time. So basically I'm going to be giving y'all wearable looks and kind of like fun looks that you can interchange with colors by just using like one color and keeping it real kind of simple. So without, kind of making this intro too long, just stay tuned. I'm going to show y'all how I go from this little dry faced to this gold goddess. So stay tuned, keep watching. Okay, so for the sake of the video, I basically already started one of my eyes. So, like I said, the color of today is gold. So basically, I'm only going to be using like, basically only one gold eyeshadow. This is a Sephora brand eyeshadow. I'll put it right here so you can see what it actually is, because the name is hard for me to see. But I love this color because it's so pigmented, and it is honestly really inexpensive and a really good gold. So that's why I like it. So basically, really simple. Only thing I did to my face was put on my foundation. My foundation routine is pretty simple, same thing pretty much every time. And my eyebrows, it's a video on my channel about that. But basically now all I did was extend my I just extended my concealer down over my lid, and now I'm just going to take my just a pressed powder in my regular tone. I'm like kind of clean inset the concealer. Sorry, I was like all over the place for a second. But I'm like a strong advocate for, just because it's eyeshadow or foundation, like it's not just for that. Like, I use foundation as eyeshadow all day long, whether it be my shade, a shade darker than me, lighter than me. I feel like if I want a nude color, what better one than like a pressed powder? So boom. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the same palette. This is no eyeshadows yet. I'm only using my contour. I'm gonna use the dark brown. It's called Debutante. Sorry if I said that wrong, but yeah, that's the one I use out of that. So basically all I'm using that for is just to warm my crease and give some definition to our eye. So I'm just going to do that. Let me bring it up to a higher mirror so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, so basically all in our crease, wherever your crease, how to find your crease, or if you don't, just have a natural. I have kind of, my brow bone kind of comes out far, but if you don't have your crease, like, you can make one, but you can also kind of see where your eye socket kind of pushes in the crease of your eye. That's your crease. Okay, so pop it into your crease just to give some definition to the eye. Okay, and this is basically like, I like to make a kind of like a transition up into the lighter shade that we got going on. Okay, then next I'm gonna go back with that same pressed powder. I just used a blending brush to do all that, regular blending brush. Next I'm gonna go in with a regular shadow brush. You can see that my pressed powder is like almost gone. I kill this stuff. So same powder. I'm just gonna hold my lashes down because they're long. I'm just going to press onto my lid. I'm doing this, I just want to completely clean that lid up without going over where I put the brown kind of tone. So just clean up the lid. So if you have foundation and contour, there's nothing different that I'm doing, for this look. You don't need a whole bunch of eyeshadows. And I like this because I like to be able to do other looks without, like, when I'm traveling, without having to pack or bring a whole bunch of makeup with me. So if I got a good, like, 4 colors, I know I can do maybe a good 10 looks. Who knows? Okay, so, and it don't have to be like super perfect. We just want to make sure it's nice and clean. And then you can go back in and blend brown back in if you took any of it away. All right, so I'm gonna put a little more of that brown just to make a little more definition down here. All right. And this is like kind of smoking it out without making it super, like having to use a brown and worrying about it be too smoky. Like this is a contour color, so it's just gonna add like, it's like a nice neutral brown without it being too harsh or dark. You can build, it's buildable, so you can, you know, make it darker. Okay, and next I'm gonna go in with the, I'm just adding a little more of that tan, my pressed powder. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with, although I am using this gold for another part of the look, I'm gonna use the gold right out of this palette. It's a highlight, it's a really bright gold, honestly, that's why I like it, so I'm gonna just use that. And guys, I'm not gonna use a brush, I'm gonna use my finger. Sometimes I do use my finger. Sometimes your fingers are your best friends in makeup because your fingers have so much oils in them. It kind of makes stuff be a little more pigmented than it usually would. So basically I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger and I'm just gonna like tap my lid. I don't wanna add too much with like using a brush, but I just wanna sparingly, and sometimes this will help with the blending if you just use your fingers. Okay? So we're just gonna sparingly tap that in the middle of my lid. I'm gonna add a little bit more. This is mainly focusing in the middle of our lid. So you wanna just wipe it, kind of a white tap, if you can see what I'm doing. Sorry if I was out of frame right there. All right, there we go. Kind of a white tap, white tap, white tap situation. Okay, if y'all can see what I just did. So I'm gonna add a little more on the other side because I kind of stopped to hurry up and show y'all because my eye is being retarded per usual, and it's watering like I don't even know why. So let's just focus on this side. So I'm gonna put a little more over here though, just for the sake of the look. Okay. Then next I'm gonna go in and let's just pray my eye stops watering before this video is over. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the MAC 211 brush. It's a really tiny brush with the same gold, the Sephora gold. And I am gonna wet my brush a little bit. Sometimes it's a little trick. If you wet your brush, it will actually make your color a bit more pigmented and it will pick up more product. So try it out, you might like it. Okay, so I'm just gonna line the infamous under our lash line, lower lash line. It is my thing. Probably will rarely see me with makeup on without doing this. So I'm gonna take it all the way to the inside of your eye without, you know, without going all the way into the corner. Just in, kind of in as far as you can go without going into your corner. And you just want to pack that gold in there so it's kind of real bright and you see it. All right. Lord, my other eye, y'all, is really being a problem child right now. Like, if this happens to you, y'all, comment below, like, what do you do? Like, I usually just like let it rock for a second and then come back to it, and usually that works. I feel like when I mess with it, I make it so much worse, but I'm gonna just try to do a little something. So I'm just gonna put a little more of that powder back there. All right, hopefully just stay, but let's let it go. All right, next I'm just gonna go in with my NYX liner. And I just want to add a little wing to the corner, if you see my other video, when I decide to do a wing, I don't like to go across my whole eye because I do wear lash extensions, and I feel like I can get the same look without going across my entire eye. You know, sometimes a look requires it, but if I can get the same look for what I'm trying to do without, you know, having to go across my whole lid, I'm not going to, period. All right, so boom, little wing, because my lashes are so thick you can't see the rest, so it really doesn't matter, and it doesn't look bad if you ask me. So I just add one on here. rocking a bigger wing today, looks like. Alright, I can fix that because I don't want it too big. Alright. Bear with me, I'm gonna go back and fix this. A little part of it that I didn't like. If you didn't see it, I mean, it might have been out of frame, but cool. Oh, my freaking lashes. I need a fill. Okay. So, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna brush away some of this pressed powder that baking powder, setting powder that I still have. Away. All right. Then I'm gonna go back in with that same MAC 211 brush and a little more of the gold. And I'm going to actually line up that line I just made. And if you're not like the sturdiest with your wings, this is like a good way to kind of clean it up and camouflage whatever kind of mess you made. I'm going to add a little more because my gold is going to overshadow it a bit. All right, and make it back crisp if that is clear. All right, super simple. Okay. And then I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna add some highlight. I'm gonna add some highlight. First, sorry y'all, I'm gonna get a little blush, just a little bit, just because I feel like my face needs a little color. So just a little blush. I'm just using this MAC blush. It's called Peaches. All right. And then back in that same palette, my good old faithful. All right. Sorry, y'all. Just had a little brain fart for a second. All right, I'm gonna go in the beam, that bright highlight color, and just put a little bit on my cheek. Boom. Sorry, I got like a little bit of liner right there, so I'm trying to buff it away. All right. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with another like blending brush. It's on the opposite end of my shadow brush, and I'm gonna put a little bit of that same highlight beam in my inner corner. Just brighten that up. This is so wet from my watering eyes, so I'm just put it on that side. Okay, and just brighten it up. All right, so I just added some mascara off camera. I'm gonna add a little more. I'm like trying to hurry up because I can like feel my eye watering and feel it about to ruin my face. Okay, so next I'm just gonna do, I think I'm gonna do like a real kind of basic lip. I'm just gonna line my lips with a brown. This is a brown I got from the beauty supply store. Really simple brown. So I like to kind of overline my lips a little bit at the top, giving Cupid's bow, okay? And then I slightly overline the bottom. I don't really quite overline the bottom. Because my bottom lip doesn't up, and I kind of like pull it forward. Just so that it's not just served as a lip liner, but also with a little bit of a color. God, my eye is watering like crazy, like. Okay, and because my eyes show shimmery, I don't want to add like a gloss, because I'm, you know, so I'm going to use this Morphe lipstick. It's called Confess. It's like a kind of like a nude brown, brownie kind of color. Really just give me like a simple look. And for the look, honestly, I think I'm gonna add the gold highlight. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that, because that's what we're giving. We're giving gold. I just knocked over that color. I cannot believe this. All right. All right. So basically, I'm gonna try to tint to this eye a little bit, and because we're basically done with the look, I'm gonna go tint to this eye real quick, try to save it, and then I'm gonna come back to y'all with an outro. So just wait. All right, so okay, so guys, this is the finished look. So I just went and added some accessories. I added this cute little like fake lip ring. My lip is not pierced. It's actually just a gold nose ring I bought, and I just wanted to have like a little look, so I popped it on, and I just put on a little gold top to add to the look and the color, some bangles, and yeah, now I am a vibe. Okay, so now that all my accessories are added and my look is complete, am I giving gold goddess or no? Yes. So I hope you all really enjoyed this look. Like, it was kind of fun to do. And if you all have a color that you want to see next, or just a color like, hey, make sure you don't forget to do this, comment below and let me know. If you all try this or do a look, you know, incorporate your gold however you do it, or if you do something like this, comment below, let me know, tag me on Instagram at Kayla V, and I want to see that. But yeah, I hope this was super simple, super easy, but still fun, and you guys are able to incorporate gold into your next look when we are able to go somewhere, or just if you're just getting dressed and like, hey, I want to try something. But until next time, guys, I really appreciate you all for watching, and make sure you tell someone you love them, because they really might need it.